Today we're going to start talking about solving inequalities. Remember, if you would rather be in a Google Meet, you could join the Google Meet. If you've got this foldable, you're going to cut it off right here on the dashed line. Okay. And then you are going to fold it over so that the words two-step inequality show. Okay. And then you're going to cut so you have 3 tabs. Now we're going to do things a little differently today. Meaning we're going to do more than just one foldable. We've been doing just one, but we might not finish that one today. It'll depend on time, and I'm watching the time just to see, because I don't want to make it too long for you guys. All right, so we're going to start with example 1. We're going to solve two-step inequalities. So let me see, get it so you can actually see it here, and then we're going to graph them. Now, solving inequalities and graphing them is something you should have already done, but if you have not, don't worry. Just make sure you watch, listen, and understand. Okay? Just like solving equations, I'm going to get everything away from the x on this left side here. So that means I need to add the 8 to both sides. So 3x is less than 13 plus 8 is 21. Okay? Same thing, divide by 3. So x equals, not equals. Don't do that. A lot of people do that. I made a mistake. If you make one, fix it. X is less than 7. Okay, so now I'm going to graph it. In order to graph it, I definitely have to have 7 on my number line. So let's put 7 in the dead center. And then I got 8 and 9, and I've got 6, and I've got 5. Okay, so I'm going to circle 7. I want to open circle because it's less than. If it's less than or it's greater than, you want to open circle. Okay, and this says less than, so I'm going to shade it to the left and draw arrows. Okay. So there's my graphing. Both the x is less than 7 and the graph are the solution here. This is just a hint. If it's less than or greater than, you need an open circle. Okay, let's try B. It's actually a good idea for you to try this one on your own. Pause it, try it. Okay, just like before, I'm going to subtract 4. So negative 2x greater than or equal to negative 18. I'm going to divide by negative. You need to remember, if you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality symbol flips. Do not forget that. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality symbol flips. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to graph it. I'm going to put 9 in the center, 10, 11, 8, 7. It's going to be a closed circle because it's closed if it is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. This is less than or equal to, so I'm going to shade to the left. Okay, so there is the solution and its graph. Okay, we're going to try example 2. Remember, if you don't have a copy of this, you're just writing it down in your notebook on page 14. On page 14. Okay, close that. Example 2. Alright, I'm going to subtract 7. X divided by 5 is greater than or equal to negative 1. Okay, remember to undo x divided by 5, I'm going to multiply by 5. Just like solving equations. I am not multiplying or dividing by a negative, so I do not flip that sign. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. Since x is alone, I'm going to put this negative 5 here. Negative 4, negative 3, negative 6, negative 7. Close circle. It is greater than, so I'm going to shade to the right. X is greater than. Here we go. Pause the video and try letter B on your own to make sure you understand if you get it. Okay, subtract 3 first. X divided by negative 2 is greater than negative 4. Multiply by negative 2. Notice I said negative 2. We're multiplying by a negative, which means we're going to have to flip the symbol. X is less than positive 8. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. So 8 goes in the center. 9, 10, 7, 6. Okay. Not that you can see that. Open circle on 8. Shade to the left. There you go. All right. Example 3. We're going to multiply by 4 first. We're going to multiply first because everything is divided by 4. So x minus 15 is greater than negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. We didn't flip because this is not a negative here. Okay. Now we're going to add 15. So x is greater than 3. So 3 needs to go in the center of our number line. Then 4, 5, 2, 1. Open circle on 3. Shade to the right. Okay. Letter B. Pause the video. Try this one on your own. We are going to multiply by negative 5. X plus 4 is less than, flip the symbol, we multiply by negative, greater than positive 10, because negative times negative is positive 10. Okay, subtract 4. X is greater than 6. So 6 goes in the middle of our number line. 6, 7, 8, 5, 4. Open circle on 6. Shade to the right. Okay. Like I said, we're going to probably do 2 foldables today. So we may or may not finish the second one. We won't finish the second one, I say. Take this. It's going to go glued in on page 14. You're going to have to glue it in sideways. That's fine. So page 14. Don't use too much glue. Some of y'all are using too much glue. I mean, it's your glue, I don't care, but if it's my glue, I do. Alright, 14 is 2.4 solving inequalities. 2.4 solving inequalities. That's the title for 14 and 15. So I'm going to go ahead and label 15. Okay. The next foldable, which should be at the bottom of this video as well, looks like this. We're only going to do 1, 2, and 3 today. We'll do 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow. It's just we got to do some word problems tomorrow too, so I want to give us enough time to do both. So go ahead and fold this down. to the words solving multi-step inequalities, and then cut on the dashed line. Remember, you're not cutting it all the way through. We're just going to do the variables on the same side part, and we'll do the summary tomorrow, okay? So let's start with number 1. We're still solving inequalities. We're not going to graph them now. We could. We've had practice with that, though, so we're not going to. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. We'll do 4, 5, and 6 tomorrow, and do the steps at the bottom. All right. So on number 1, solving equations with variables on the same side, we are going to put these variables together. So 8x minus 6x is 2x, and I'm going to bring everything else down. Minus 5 greater than 9. Now it's just like what we literally just did a second ago. I need to move over the 5, move over the 2. So add 5. So 2x is greater than 14. Okay. Divide by 2. X is greater than 7. And if I would graph it, if I could graph it, I could. I just don't have a graph, so I'm not going to. I would have an open circle and shade to the right since it's greater than 7. Okay. Go ahead and try 2 and 3. I'm pretty sure you can do it on your own. My screen is frozen, so I'm going to try to fix that real quick. There we go. So try 2 and 3 real quick on your own. Very similar to equations. I'm going to go through them. I know I'll go through them really fast on the video. Obviously, I don't go that fast in class. Some of you might be like, yeah, right. But pause it, try to work those out, and then I'm going to get started. So, number 2, I do have to distribute. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 2 is 12. Bring down plus 1 and less than or equal to negative 17. Okay? Then combine your like terms. 12 and 1 are on the same side. There are no other x's, so I bring it down. 12 plus 1 is 13. And bring down less than or equal to negative 17. Still solving a 2-step inequality now. Subtract 13. 6x is less than or equal to negative 30. Now divide by 6. So x is less than or equal to negative 5. I did not flip my inequality symbol because I never divided by a negative. This 6 is not a negative. Doesn't matter about the 30. What you're actually dividing by is what matters, okay? If you didn't do number 3 on your own a second ago, pause the video and do number 3 on your own now, okay? Number 3. My like terms are 4x and negative 9x. 4x minus 9x is negative 5x. Now I've got 8 and 2, and 8 plus 2 is 10, so plus 10. And I'm going to bring down less than negative 5. Don't forget to bring down the symbol. Don't put equals. All right, next, let's subtract 10. Negative 5x is less than negative 15. Okay, now I'm going to divide by negative 5. Notice I said divide by negative 5, so that means I'm going to flip the symbol. X is greater than 3. Okay. All right, remember I said we are going to do the next 3 tomorrow, and then 3 word problems tomorrow as well. So, take this. We're going to go ahead and glue it in, even though we're not done, on page 15. We went ahead and labeled 15 a second ago. If you didn't, do it now. Okay, this will be glued in sideways on page 15. Here it goes on 15. Tomorrow we will do the other half. If you want to, get an early start, you can go ahead and try it. After this video, make sure you're doing the assignment that's posted underneath here. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions, you can join the Google Meet, since there's Google Meet going on all the time. But remember that we might be working on this still, okay? All right, so I will see you tomorrow.